Public Art St. Paul creates major art attractions in the city of St. Paul. We visited them to explore how they create an appreciation for art through their projects.
Public Art St. Paul is a 22-year-old nonprofit organization that creates and cares for art in St. Paul's public realm, and also engages artists in shaping both the form, what the city looks like, and the experience, how you live it. So it's got several dimensions to it. Our position is everybody's creative, and everybody has, I guess, a stake in the public realm. The public realm is theirs. And we really try very hard to promote, I guess you would call it, citizenship through public art. We have over 230 citizen volunteer sculpture stewards in the city. The city has a lot of beautiful public art, sculpture, murals, beautiful places in the city, and as we all well know, the city finances are very strained these days, and maintenance is often something that gets set aside. It really is devastating for a neighborhood when the property, that is the public property, falls into disrepair. And we can't handle everything, but we can do something about the art. So we have 230 volunteer stewards ranging in age from 12 years old to 80 who go out twice a year and are assigned a sculpture or an artwork that they take notes about. They have a worksheet. They see what kind of condition it is in. They take some pictures of it, and they report back to us. So we have an ongoing file. That helps us, and they will join in this oftentimes too. We then wash the sculptures and the artworks twice a year. And if there are any unfortunate problems, these stewards have been extremely responsible about calling us and the police immediately if they see problems. The result of that is that there has been a marked decline in incidents of vandalism on public art in the last 2 years, and particularly in the last year. More beautiful places for recreation. We have better libraries, where we can read and learn. We have bridges that span the beautiful Mississippi River. We can enjoy these places to the full without entering them, and yes, there they are, but there's trash, and things are marked up, and there's graffiti on the sculptures or whatever. I think we all have a part to play, and I think a challenge is to kind of turn a little bit of a key in people's minds to understand that it's theirs to enjoy and theirs to care for. And once that happens, it's just a pretty amazing thing to see the results. A typical public art program will identify a project. They'll say, for example, the city is going to be building a new library building, or they're going to be redesigning a park. And according to actually the new ordinance in the city of St. Paul, which we had a very big role in developing, 1% of the budget of capital projects, whether they're new parks or new streets, new buildings, must be set aside for art. Sometimes it's a matter of listening to artists. An artist will approach us and say, I have a great idea for something I would like to do in the public realm. And if it's something that we are interested in and we think has value and relates to our mission as a nonprofit, we will oftentimes secure the funding to make that happen. Examples of that would be Western Sculpture Park in the middle of the Summit University neighborhood just west of Sears. And since 1998, Public Art St. Paul has completely funded the sculpture exhibition in Western Park, and that has been ongoing now for 11 years. We'll have an idea of a program. And then we go looking for artists to participate in that. An example of that would be the city's Artist in Residence program. We had heard a lot of people say that it would be really wonderful to have artists at the decision-making table in the city as the city is being planned and designed, rather than waiting until there's a capital project and then saying, now we have an opportunity. There's so much creative potential in the dialogue and in the world of ideas that we proposed to the city that if we found the resources to support this artist in residence, would the city then house the artist in residence? And that's exactly what happened. We're a nonprofit, but we have long partnered with the city. The city considers us their public art partner, and we have had that relationship for many years. We're not consultants. We don't get paid by the city, but we have several understandings whereby actually we bring a lot of money to the table from the private sector for public art and provide them with advice and help about how to engage artists. Fundraising is a tremendous challenge, but we have met our budget this year. We haven't laid anyone off, and so there's a challenge about funding, always will be, but so far, knock on wood, we have been able to meet it. Starting January 1st is going to be breathtaking in many ways. The biggest thing we have going on next year, which is really remarkable, is going to be the University Avenue project. These 500 images will be exhibited in store windows, street front windows, on the sides of buildings, maybe on the sides of buses for 6 months. And we're quite excited about one special dimension of it. There's going to be a projection site, like an outdoor movie theater, where these images will be shown every night for 6 months. And there will be community events, almost like amateur hour talent shows. If people have a song, a poem, whatever, once a month, they can come to the projection site and they're the show. It's going to be a very busy year.